Alright, so as the rules go, you know how it is. We will have a debate today. If we agree on the answer to the question, we don't need to explain ourselves. We probably will anyway. And if we disagree, we're definitely going to talk about it. Alright, so
today's topic is education.
So controversial topics within education in America, education in other countries. All right, Virginia, let's get into it.
All right, first question is, should college be free in America?
As we know, college is free in some other countries.
I think it should be free.
I think it should be free, absolutely. Because, may I challenge you with this question? Public schooling is free. Private schools are not free. Why are public colleges not free? We got public schooling.
And then you can't get hired if you don't have a degree. Once you get the degree, after paying so much money for it, you need experience, but that's a whole nother topic right now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Is college worth attending?
I think it depends on what you do. If you're really skilled in something and you can make real good money with it, then I don't think you should go to college. But I always think it's better to have some type of degree, just in case you need it later in life.
Up and at it. College is a scam! Everyone run! You cannot, you can't convince me otherwise. I went to college for 3 years. 3 years, did not get a degree, by the way. That counts towards nothing. Nothing. I could have went to a public school and got a 2-year degree, but I didn't. I wanted a bachelor's, and then when you go for 3 years, you don't even get the associate's degree. I don't have an associate's degree. So now, I'm starting over.
Do you think college is different in the U.S. than it is in other countries?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who are we to judge? We never been to college in Germany.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like it would be different. I mean, I feel like it is different for people that immigrate here and go to college in America. It's definitely different than their country. I feel it would be the same way the other way around.
I don't think it's that different, but I feel like in some cases it would be kind of different. I don't know from experience. I've only been to college here.
Are schools focusing more on being tested instead of life skills?
For some classes, yes. Most classes.
No. Elaborate.
I've been in nursing school. A lot of that stuff is very useful, and there's a lot, you learn a lot of skills that you could probably need for yourself to know about your body better, and for other people as well. Like CPR, you have to be CPR certified for nursing school at all times. And that's a life skill that you should have, and anyone should have, really. And not just that, but like with all classes and stuff, it teaches you like how your body acts when there's something wrong and what to do.
Okay.
But it's different for other degrees, I think.
I'll accept that answer. Although, I do want to mention, I feel like they are focusing more on testing, because I feel like if we know the information, why be tested on it?
Yeah.
We should focus on teaching the life skills part of the class rather than the testing part of the class. They're just like rooting for you to get an A at that point.
I agree, because I'm a terrible test taker.
I am too.
I'm a terrible test taker, let me tell you. But I feel like I know a lot of things, but I'm just terrible at taking tests, and I don't do well in tests. No matter what, even if I know a lot about a subject, I wouldn't do well because I'm terrible at taking tests. Should financial literacy be a required class?
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely. Here we go again with me clapping. Absolutely. Okay? Because tell me why I know pi 3.1415. Anyway, why do I know pi, but I don't know how to pay tax?
How do I know how to do proofs in geometry, but I don't really know how to pay taxes that well?
Like
they never taught me that. I wish they could have taught me a lot more.
Right, why do I know the square root of like 132? But also like, why do I not know how to pay bills, do taxes, all of the math that you need daily? I don't know, man. In one ear, out the other. I don't know. I know pie though. Pie day was great in school. We had like blueberry pie, cherry pie, chocolate pie, orange pie. I never had orange pie. Not anyway. Keep going. But yeah, it definitely should be a required course. Is homework necessary? You know what? I want to hear your thoughts first.
You want to hear my
I
thoughts?
want to hear your thoughts first, actually.
I think if homework is going to be necessary, it should be something that would be on a test and not like busy work. I think doing homework, like useful homework, would help me study in a way.
Okay.
And it would also help me, it will also give you more points for more wiggle room for when you take the tests. So.
I disagree.
You disagree!
I disagree.
You can't disagree, because then you're wrong. I'm always right.
Anyway, no. That was a Virginia yelp.
Yes, it was. Yes, it
And
was.
in homework, I feel like, ma'am, you have my daughter in your possession for 8 hours of the day. You telling me that y'all can't get homework done in 8 hours, okay? You really want to send them home to do extra work when they've been busting their humps all day for 8 hours straight, and then you get home and then people like me, when I was in school, have to stay up till midnight doing their homework.
Yeah.
And then do it all over again, wake up at 5 a.m. to get them to school for 8. I feel like homework is not that necessary.
I agree with you with that. However, once you're in getting closer to college, I think it should become a little bit more necessary.
I can agree with you on that. But
I can agree with that.
I'm right.
But whenever you're not working and you're not in school like 8 hours a day, I think it's beneficial to have some homework, not crazy homework, like
Yeah.
a lot, but like some homework
Yeah.
that can be done within like an hour or two.
I feel like homework is such a college thing.
Yeah.
Like it really is, because you go to school for like 2 hours
Yeah.
and then break, and then
That's what I was
2-hour
thinking.
lecture.
When I read that question, I was thinking college. I wasn't
Okay.
thinking.
I was
elementary
thinking all the times at the breakfast table with my dad going, "What's 2 plus 2? I don't know."
Is homeschooling better than public schooling?
I think that there's an answer for both. I feel like homeschooling is better for kids that have like ADHD, OCD, autism, stuff like that. I feel like they get more one-on-one time at home rather than at school, even though they have tutors and they have office hours, but I feel like it's not enough, because they're teaching more than one kid still in office hours. I feel like it's not enough one-on-one time. So I feel like kids that need it should have homeschooling.
I agree. I think they prioritize kids that aren't really disabled.
Should students be allowed to use AI for schoolwork?
Yes and no. Because I think AI could be beneficial to help you with understanding certain things. However, it's not beneficial if you use it as a way to cheat and not to use your brain, and just to use it to not critical think yourself.
I agree. Should schools teach more life skills than academic subjects?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like we were talking about earlier, I really feel like they need to teach us how to do taxes.
Although, I think academic subjects is also important.
Yeah, I feel like there needs to be a balance, and I
do too.
feel like they need to bring home ec back, but make it way better than it was.
Yeah.
Like way better than it was. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
like my mom told me she was in home ec and they had to sew a pair of jeans together, and
Oh my gosh.
one leg was
Girl, I
like,
wish.
one leg was this short and one was all the way. I was like, okay, mom, great.
At least you learned how to sew.
right.
My mom had to teach me. I never knew all that in school.
Girl, I don't know what's going on.
Should sex ed be taught in school or left to parents? I think it should be taught in school.
Me too.
And parents should also teach, but
Yes,
it's a little awkward.
both. I feel like
Yeah.
both is important, and I feel like there needs to be a agreed upon age. You know, people of age should talk about it.
Yeah, but like
But
children
then,
also get their periods and they go through puberty
Right.
and all that stuff, so I still think it should still be taught young.
I feel like the parents should teach at whatever age they deem necessary, and then schools should teach at a certain age.
Yeah.
So I feel like it should be double punches, you know.
Yeah. I agree.
Is cursive writing still worth teaching? Absolutely. Why?
I didn't think you'd say that. I thought
Really?
you'd be like, no!
No, yeah, because how are we going to know history? I went to World War II museum, I couldn't read any of that crap. I could not. And I was mad about it because I want to know, like, the history of the U.S., but I'm not going to know.
You don't know cursive?
No, I can't.
What?
I know.
Girl!
I know how to write my name, but they didn't teach me cursive.
That is crazy. I'll teach you. It's okay.
Period.
It's necessary, but
It
it's
is.
not. It's not like crazy.
At least know your name. You gotta sign off on all these
Did you
things.
just say that you didn't forget? You
No, because I know my name. I know how to write my name.
You just said it was necessary because you didn't know how to read the thing in the World War II museum.
I don't, but like at least know your name. Come on. Like,
Girl.
I'm saying. Ask away.
I do have a question for y'all. Go ahead and answer in the comments. Should I teach Alexis how to write in cursive and film it and show y'all?
Oh, jeez.
How well can Alexis write in cursive?
How well can I learn?
How well can I teach? Would y'all be interested in that? If not, comment down below. And if you do, also comment down below. Let us know.
I feel so attacked right now. Should standardized testing be eliminated?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Because what are you testing? Like, we didn't even study. What are you testing? Basic knowledge? And if not basic knowledge, are you just trying to see if I'm a good test taker? Because I'm not.
I'm not a good test
Not.
taker. No.
You can't.
There is no point to it.
Man, like,
A smart person could get a low score, and a smart person could get a high score. I don't think whatever your score is should show that if you're intelligent or not.
I agree.
Alright. Are letter grades outdated? I mean, why? Why would they be outdated?
Yes, they're outdated. They're outdated.
Why?
Tell me why. Tell me why I need a C to pass your class. You taught me to the best of your abilities, right? If you did, I should be learning at the best of my ability. So why do I have to get an A to pass your class? I'm sitting here learning what you're teaching. If you didn't teach good enough, I am not going to pass.
I think it depends on the class.
It does.
If the teacher's literally not teaching,
Oh my gosh. I've had that happen to me so
I
often.
think there should be changes done, or the teacher should get fired, and she shouldn't be teaching there.
Like in college, I literally had a statistic professor that told me, if you don't remember anything from statistics 1, get out of my class, and if you made a C or below, get out of my class. I'm not teaching you. I was like, what if I have questions? And he said, absolutely not. I'm not answering any of your questions. I was like,
There's been
so
classes.
I left.
There's been classes before where we'd get all the study guides and resources for the class, and we'd study. We'd study for this test. However, the test looked completely different from the resources that we got. I don't think that's fair. Therefore, I don't think the grade on the test should be should be accurate.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the class. Generally, I don't think they're outdated.
Should students be able to retake every single test? That's a good pondering question.
That is a really good question.
It is. I feel like yes. I say that with confidence.
Yeah.
I say that with confidence.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Now, I feel like if you're really trying to have the best interest in heart for your student, you would want them to retake the test and you would want them to pass.
I would switch around the questions a little bit though.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't do the exact same questions
test.
in the exact order.
I'm just saying, like,
I believe in second chances.
I don't, but
Then what is this answer? Your answer should be no.
anyway. I don't know. I feel like here's the thing. Education is different. That's my soft spot, okay? Because growing up, I had it real bad in like the whole education thing. It took me time and time and time again to get things right, and I studied my butt off. I was up till like 2 a.m. studying every night. It was a hassle. And I feel like if I had the chance to retake tests, it would have been much different for me, because I would have tried my best knowing that I had a second chance.
You know, that makes a lot more sense.
I'm right again.
No! I think there should be a limit on how many times they can retake.
Of course. I feel like 3 is a good number.
Okay.
I
Why
do
not 2?
Okay. Okay. Here we go. So actually, ask how I know this. In the fire academy, they get
You did not just say that.
I did, and they give their students 3 chances for everything. For everything. They do.
Okay. Yeah,
And I feel like the first time it's like they study their butt off. They're working really hard. Oh man, I missed out. That second time, they're like, I'm going in knowing this, right? And then when it's their last time, then they're sweating bullets. And they're like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna pass. But that third time, by God's grace, they make it through the entrance, the little squiggle hole, okay? They made it through. I feel like 3 is a good number.
I agree with you. Because nursing school, oh my gosh. Nursing school is so hard though.
I'm not even.
It's not for the weak.
You know.
Is GPA an accurate measure of intelligence or ability?
Ability.
Ability. I agree with that.
Ability. Yeah.
Ability. You can, like we said earlier, you can be intelligent and have a low score, and you can also be intelligent and have a high score.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be dependent on if you're intelligent or not.
It shouldn't be a measure of your intelligence. It really shouldn't
Yeah.
be. Yeah. Should cell phones be banned during the school day?
I don't think they should be banned, but I think they should be frowned upon.
What does
That
that
makes
mean? Oh my, little Timmy, I frown at you for taking your phone out. Oh my goodness.
People should be allowed to have their phones out during school. However, it's not that big of a deal.
I feel like it should be a respect thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it should be frowned upon.
All right.
That-
I agree. Because, first of all, if there's a school shooter, like, we need our phones. Who's gonna call 911? Oh no, Mr. Richard's phone is dead. Whatever will we do?
Is technology helping or hurting education for the youth?
Both.
Yes, I agree.
Is it helping or
I
hurting?
agree.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
iPad kids, they're a problem. They're a problem.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a restaurant and they're just like on their iPads the entire time.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. They should at least be able to have some type of socialization. And I
Yeah.
understand that they have tantrums and they cry, they complain, but they should be able to learn how to live without an iPad. And they should be able to entertain themselves.
I agree with
And
that.
learn how to entertain themselves without an iPad.
Thank you. I agree with that. I'm a stepmother, by the way. Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. 100%. Should banning books be legal?
No. No.
I agree.
No,
do. They do.
It's
ban
part of
books.
history. It's part
They
of
do
history.
ban books, by the way.
I know they do ban.
I hate that.
They banned a bunch of books at my Catholic high school because
Really?
it wasn't very
Was
Catholic.
it very nice?
It wasn't very Catholic.
It's all history, though. It's all.
It's
part of
history
it.
and like different ideas and stuff, and
Like I just.
they're books.
And I actually in my middle school, they took books away from us that were in the library. They were in the library, by the way.
Same thing.
And they
in
were
high
like,
school.
"Oh, why are you reading that textbook? It was in your library."
At my high school too.
Yeah. Are teachers paid enough?
No, they're not. I feel bad for them.
I feel bad for teachers. I was a teacher. You are shaping the minds of our future. Think of that. A lot of people are quitting in the education portion of jobs recently because not only are they getting paid less, but children aren't respectful anymore.
Yeah, they're not
They're
respectful.
really not.
And not only that, teachers are literally going home after the 8 hours that they just worked. And they're doing a bunch of other work. They're working overtime.
Yep.
Yet they don't get paid for
And
that.
they don't get paid for it. Yep.
They go home to grade things. They go home to like make tests, a bunch of other stuff,
Yep.
and to create a plan for the next day and for the whatever week.
Mhm.
They need to get paid more.
Absolutely. Should teacher performance determine their pay? That's a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like yes too, because every other job does it.
Yeah.
You do something good, you get a pay raise. I feel like the same thing goes for teachers. If all of your students are getting A's and they're coming to the administration talking about you, saying that you're a good teacher, then
Yeah.
yes, I feel like you should get a pay raise.
I agree.
Teachers that get
I
complained about constantly by the students and by the parents, I feel like they shouldn't get a pay deduction, but they should just not get a pay raise at that
Yeah.
point.
Are parents expecting too much from teachers? I think some parents are crazy.
I can agree.
Some parents, there are Karens in this world, and unfortunately, some of those Karens are parents. So yeah.
The truth comes out. Anyway, I agree. Again, with the whole spiel I had earlier, I feel like homework should be done during school hours. I don't think that's a lot to ask for, though. I really don't. And that's me expecting the teachers to do a little more, yes. But it's give and it's take.
Yeah.
I'm going to study with my kid at home, yes.
Yeah.
But the written work should probably be finished during school. Are school dress codes sexist or necessary?
Where we're from. Yes.
Yeah.
They very much are.
You didn't answer the question. It says or. You said yes.
Oh.
Sexist. Yes.
Yeah, they are sexist. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yes, they are very sexist.
Yeah. Explain your part, I'll explain my part.
Well, for my high school, for the high school I went to, for dances, for like formals and prom and all that stuff, you could not show your knees. You could not show too much of your back. Even during school, with like the uniform that you wear, you couldn't really show much of your knees. We had to wear skirts that went down to your knees, and if you were to kneel on the ground and your skirt didn't touch the floor, you'd get in trouble for it. And so, yeah. And we also I went to an all-girl high school. We had to wear tan bras. We couldn't wear any other colored bra because it would disturb the male teachers.
Yep, you heard that? Same thing at my high school, by the way. Yep.
They're memes. Nobody really.
Ooh, look at
Girl,
their knees.
Nobody finds knees attractive unless you're really weird, but that's very rare. Right?
Do spank it away. I'm sorry.
Girl.
But yeah, at my high school, they came around with a folded dollar bill. It had to be 3 inches above the knee. And if it was shorter than that, you got written up. And they came around with an actual dollar and was like, stand up straight. No, Clarissa, you get detention. And I was like, girl, what?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Should schools have stricter discipline policies?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
Because if I had a kid, 5 years old, and some kid bullies them, if some kid punches them, and they punch him back, and they get in trouble for punching them, but the other kid does it, there's a problem.
Injustice.
I was in elementary school.
Mhm.
I was bullied, and I was told, well, tell me when it's happening. And so when it happened again, I went to tell the teacher.
Mhm.
And the teacher told me, well, that's just life. And she didn't really do anything about it because she just didn't feel like it.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Wait, for real?
Yes.
That's crazy work. Oh
I
my
went to the
gosh.
dean. Well, my parents helped, but I was only like 10.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I feel like discipline should be left to the parents for the most part.
Yeah.
If you see that there is a reoccurring troublesome student making trouble, I feel like there should be more discipline. But for little things, I'll leave it to the parents at that point. But if there's a reoccurring issue, you do have to nip that in the bud, yeah.
Yeah. I worked with kids before. If there's a reoccurring action that a kid does in school, and it can sometimes be very concerning. Maybe they shouldn't be disciplined because they don't know any better. And if this action keeps reoccurring, I don't know, it depends on the action, but it could also mean that there's things that are going on at home, and that could be worrying too.
That's true.
Should public colleges be free?
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier, but
Yeah.
I'll just reiterate, yeah. If public schools are free, public colleges should be free.
School is expensive, especially college. If most jobs require a degree, the government should be able to pay for public colleges.
I mean,
How are you going to be able to get a good job without?
The only
No.
thing that I'm gonna say about that is that they would make us pay more in taxes.
Yeah,
But that is understandable.
that's understandable, and I would say it's worth it.
Because they do that in England. They make them pay more taxes, but their schooling is free. I mean, if you're gonna make me pay more in taxes, at least make my kids' college free. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should employers require college degrees?
No. I think it should be about skill and how much you know about the job that you're trying to get.
Yeah. Something that you tried to talk about earlier was how you need experience.
Yeah.
And I feel like employers shouldn't require college degrees. In some jobs, they should require experience, but not all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I agree. Should gifted programs exist?
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Come on.
Why not?
I have a perfect example of that, actually. I've been playing guitar for how old am I?
23.
13 years I've been playing guitar. And I was in a guitar class with 3 students, me and 2 other people.
Okay.
And I was ahead, very ahead.
Yeah.
But I was still in the same class as them the whole time. So
Yeah.
they were getting taught at a regular pace that suited their needs, but I was so ahead. They'd be like, hey, play an A, and I'd be like, okay, done. I had to wait. I feel like if students have the opportunity to join gifted programs if they're ahead, they
Yeah.
should. Like, if you're waiting for everyone else in the class to catch up, that's not really you
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah, I agree, and you're paying for it too. Like,
Yeah.
you're not paying for anything if you're not really learning.
Yeah.
And I think, with that being said, I also think kids with like certain disabilities should also have a specific school for them,
Yeah.
like ADHD,
Mhm.
OCD, anxiety, depression, all that stuff. Like, they should have schools that would better accommodate them and not just prioritize the students that don't have all those disabilities.
Agree. Is the current education system preparing students for real life? No.
Not really.
No. We don't know. Because back to what we were saying earlier, like it's this whole cycle, okay? Like, they're not teaching us finances, they're not teaching us anything like home ec, like organization is a big thing that everyone needs.
Yeah.
They didn't really teach that. What else? Because,
To buy a house. How does that work?
how to budget. I am pretty decent at budgeting, considering I had no one to teach me,
Yeah.
but I feel like it should have been taught 100%.
I agree. Who has the biggest responsibility for a child's education? Parents or schools? I think the parents are responsible to get their kids educated. And so they put the responsibility on schools. But they should also have a responsibility to teach them what they need to know at home.
But you just said it though. You said they have the responsibility of putting them in schools.
Yes,
So schools,
which gives the schools
the responsibility.
responsibility.
I'm putting my child in your hands to learn from.
Yeah.
We need to be paying teachers way more. I don't know.
I agree.
Our schools focused too much on college and not enough on careers. Yeah.
I get that college gets your foot into that career.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much focus on college.
There is. You really need to focus on what you said, how the world works, with like careers and for career days. Did y'all have career days?
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us pick what career. They were just like, yeah, you go to nursing. Like, I don't want to go to nursing. The heck? Girl, I want to be an adventurer. Like, what are we talking about?
They let us pick wherever.
That's not fair. That's not fair. I want to redo.
That's crazy. Should attendance be mandatory if students are passing?
No.
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 I mean, if they're passing, they're doing something good.
Girl, let me tell you something about attendance, okay? I was a sickly child, okay? In and out of the hospital. I lived in the hospital in first grade, and they wanted to fail me. Because of that, I did all the work. My teacher came to the hospital, brought me my papers, brought me the homework. I learned in the hospital every day. And they wanted to fail me, even though I had straight A's in that class. They really wanted
That's
to, like,
crazy.
I was like, are you serious?
Mm-mm.
Just because I was in the hospital. I was like, girl, please. Girl, bye. No.
And
Why?
they're seeking to do that extra work outside of school too.
Right.
That says something. Like, especially with like health stuff too. Like,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been in a full body cast before when I was like 6.
No way.
I had to do school at home. I had to do school at home for like 2 months, by the way.
Wow.
I was in a full body cast for 2 months.
That's crazy.
I couldn't sit up. I was laying down for 2 months. How was I gonna go to school?
You bottle.
Every single day.
Alright guys, so that wraps up our whole episode on education and controversy with education in the US. Thank you all for watching, and we have a question for you for in the comments.
If you want me to show y'all how I teach Alexis how to write in cursive, because she never learned, unfortunately. If y'all would like to see me do that and see how well she learns and how well I teach, comment down below if you'd like to see that or not.
Please say not, because I really don't feel like learning anything else.
I think you should say yes.
Oh my god! Stop! I feel bullied.
Thanks for watching. watching, and make sure to comment, like, and subscribe.
Alright, bye!
Bye, y'all. Have a good one. Welcome to Talking on Eggshells. I am your host, Virginia. Oh my